What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, console performance for Gotham Knights. We do not know anything about this so far. And after the announcement of the PC specs, most of you know I did a video, probably many detailed videos, showing how you can access your PC specs and so on and so forth. It appears that there are still questions about the console performance that a lot of people are asking. Some people are in a position where they're like, okay, what is it going to be looking like in terms of the console experience? And we can look here on Twitter and we can start to see a few of the community members, throwing out questions there. Jason Bell here says, unfortunately, the fact that PS5 and or Xbox performance still isn't addressed probably means we get 30 FPS. 4K, great. Ray tracing, great. But how do you not make it an option like every other current gen game? If it is an option, why not say it? I've seen it asked so many times. So Jason Bell, I think you are right on the money. And I don't even know who this is, but this is actually, in my opinion, a very solid guess that we have regarding the numbers here. Now, how do I know that? Of all of the previews that were actually done, there was only one preview that actually mentioned anything about the performance that they played the game in. We haven't seen many of them that have done that, and here it is. It's the one from PlayStation Access, and they actually go ahead to mention this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play exactly what was said by the gentleman here while they were playing. So listen closely.
And it looks amazing in technical speak, 4K 30, which...
that's what we played it in.
That's what we played it in. That's what you'll be playing on PS5 with glorious ray tracing.
Oh my God.
Okay, so with, according to him, glorious ray tracing, 4K 30 FPS. Now, for those of you that are playing on console, on the PlayStation 5 anyways, this is what they announced that they were going to be playing on. You now have knowledge of this. Here is the question, though. The question is, where do we stand on other resolutions? And I don't really know how the PlayStation 5's resolution support is, to be very honest. I have that thing and I play it on 1080p. I've always been a 1080p gamer for, the most part. The reason I went 1440p is because I kind of got ashamed. My wife kind of, talked me into getting a 1440p monitor to complement my graphics card. So I guess she's the smart one among us for most of these things. And so for those of you who are going to be playing on console, you probably in a position where you now have at least one of the metrics that are actually here for you to run this game. Another thing too is you can probably interpolate and say maybe if you're playing on a lower resolution, you're probably going to be getting more, frames or better performance or however it is you want to call it. And so that's one of those things that I'm probably going to leave, unanswered because I don't even know the answer to that. And this is why I've kind of always leaned towards playing on PC. A lot of games like these, especially games that are last-gen developed games, yes, this is a last-gen developed game. It is a game that in its development cycle, the new generation of consoles came out, and it's going to basically show, it's probably been shown to a lot of people, is that when it comes to porting the game and making it access a lot of the, in quote, new generation features, it's not really as easy as you think, because for the console generations, a lot of the technology and the architecture really was drastically changed from the PlayStation 4 to the PS5 and from the Xbox to the series consoles. In terms of PC, nonetheless, it's easy for you to actually scale and use a lot of the different features because they're actually being built on existing technology that's already there, like ray tracing and all of the other sampling, parameters are things that have already kind of been embedded in the entire PC platform using APIs and so on and so forth. So this is going to be a big issue for the developers. I think they need to go ahead and respond to this and give the fans an answer to this particular question. What are the parameters for performance within or between all of the different current gen consoles? We also have the Series S, which is another current gen console that, for most of you runs slightly differently than the Series X. So this really does leave a lot of questions. And I'm sure many people at this point have probably maybe, put themselves in a position where they're like, wow, if we're not getting any, announcements in this regard, they don't really, I don't know I haven't seen anybody say, oh, I'm going to cancel my pre-order or whatever it is. But this is one of the reasons why I tell people who are not necessarily ready for all of these surprises to usually wait till the video game comes out. I think I keep saying it. I've never really heard many people say not to buy Gotham Knights. Even the people that hate on the game and beat on the game don't tell you this. I'm the only one that's like, hey, don't buy it. If you think 4K 30 is not enough news for you to, go ahead and invest in the game, and that's going to be a deterrent because you already paid for your new console, by all means, you have the opportunity. Today is the 12th of my recording of this video to hold off on your order or wait till the game comes out and then you see the performance and then you can go for it. As for PC, we got to see a glimpse of some of the performance metrics. So for most of us, if those PC performance metrics are actually anything close to what the game is going to be playing on, then I think we're probably in a decent spot. And we on PC, we usually enjoy tweaking and all of that stuff anyways. If a game comes out and, we're having some issues, there'll be news sharing general settings, and it's a whole different ecosystem, if you get what I mean. On console, on the other hand, you're locked into specific parameters, and changes are actually not as easy to make on your console unless the game has a lot of different options that you actually ship with it. I think this one will, but I'm not certain. So again, I'm giving you the best advice that I can give you. If this is going to be a deterrent, be sure to hold off on your purchase until you hear news or you are certain. And I think this is probably the only answer that we haven't really gotten much about. Everything else, they've been checking off the boxes, which is actually pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. But this is where a lot of gamers are going to be playing Gotham Knights on. So make a wise choice, make an informed decision for yourself. For those of us who are here, who are actually still buying the game, we've already gone ahead to make the decision that we want to make. So talk to me in the comment section. I'd love to know what it is that you think so far, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.